When people hear the word anime, they think of superpowers, explosions, big fight scenes, and so on, all drawn in a specific style that makes it unique. But the anime genre I'll be covering is slice of life. For those of you that don't know what the slice of life genre is, it is defined as a realistic representation of everyday experience in a film, play, or book. What I want to cover in this video is how the slice of life genre affects my views on Japanese lifestyle, comparing my personal experience as a form of autoethnographic research. What makes this life genre so enjoyable is that upon discovering it, I had no prior knowledge of Japan's costume, culture, or lifestyle. The only culture I've been exposed to was my own, and being brought up in Australia with a Filipino background, it was quite intriguing to compare the differences and similarities. Though it would be obnoxious to say that everything I saw through slice of life anime is what shaped my perspective of Japan, the sad reality of it, that it is true. Everything that I saw through this medium about Japan was an authentic representation of its lifestyle. More often, the slice of life genre is evolved around the coming of age and the youth aspect of Japanese lifestyle. As a harsh reality of adulthood in Japan, you often are expected into doing long hours, and more often, the work-life outbalances the personal life. And this is what makes the slice of life genre so popular, not only for me, but for everyone, as being able to reflect on your youth can be pleasing from time to time, and being able to tune out of your adult reality. The slice of life genre is saturated with plots involving around school life, and this is where I experienced my first major culture difference in an anime. Also, that characters in anime would change their outside shoes for indoor shoes, and then there are dedicated shoe lockers for this process. Comparing what we do here in Australia, which is throw on any black pair of all black leather shoes and you're set for the whole day. Upon that one initial experience, it made me more interested into the Japanese lifestyle, upon going so far as to searching on YouTube on real-life video blogs of people's experience in Japan's schools. And a particular video that intrigued me was a video called A Day in a Japanese High School by Sophia in Japan. In her video, you can see her exchange her outdoor shoes for indoor shoes. I was anticipating this moment as that is one of the key culture differences that struck me when watching slice of life anime, and seeing it be done in real life was more entertaining than it is. As autoethnographic research is built around personal epiphanies or remembered moments perceived to have significantly impacted the trajectory of a person's life, comparing my preconceived perception of Japan for a digital medium to life was quite interesting. I visited Japan at the start of 2018 and I remembered recalling places and anticipating experiences based on things I've seen through anime. As coming from a Western culture, which is far different from Japanese culture, it did not seem odd to me seeing everyone bowing for their thank yous, the ridiculously crammed trains during rush hours, and surprisingly enough, the overuse of bicycles as a means of transport. Usually people often don't take animated mediums of media to shape their perception of a place or topic, but as a slice of life anime is all about experience of an individual's life, it's easier to hold their everyday routines as valid when applied to the real world. And it was shocking personally seeing how a digitalized representation of Japan has prepared me for the real life customs and etiquette of Japanese culture. This made me realize how much of an impact media can shape our perception. People are exposed to information about the world by the media, particularly news media. While this information shapes one's opinion about the world, attitudes towards the media themselves are also developed in the course of news consumption. This is because audience trust in media. The notion of audience trust in media applies to the concept of trust, originating from interpersonal interactions to audience interactions with media. In a general sense, trust is a psychological state comparing the intention to accept vulnerability based upon positive expectations of the intentions or behavior of another. What this means is that you often put your trust in individuals who look on par with the profession or role. A quick example of this is fake news. Most prominent during the president election, fake news surfaced of Donald Trump calling Republican voters the dumbest group of voters in the country. But he never said that. So how does this analogy apply to slice of life? As the slice of life genre is about the everyday lives of characters, particularly in realistic scenarios, majority of my viewpoint of Japan was represented through this medium. When experiencing Japan culture and costumes, I was comparing it to a completely fictional and digitalized state of Japan. I put my trust into this representation of Japan to be true when applied to the real world scenarios. Though this is talking from my own experiences, my epiphany is that media can shape our views, whether it will be realistic or not. Media plays a big part of exposing and understanding other cultures. By having my first experience with the culture and customs of Japan through slice of life anime, it prepared me for the fundamentals of Japan etiquette when I arrived there personally. This has been my autoethnographic study on how slice of life anime has shaped my perception of Japan, and thanks for watching.